I wasn't planning to record anything today, but I couldn't help but drag my butt here after seeing the outrage against Meghan Markle's latest family picture. Oh my goodness, I have so much to say on it. So much to say. Let's go. But first, let me take some water. I don't have my straw, so let's hopefully my lipstick will stay intact. Feeling kind of festive today. Got all my reds on. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? Let's get into today's mini lecture. A Christmas photograph, a family moment. A woman in a dress that Britain has decided is the problem. This is the latest wave of hostility directed at Meghan Markle, and it's been framed, predictably, as concern. Concern about appropriateness, concern about decency. Let's cut with the BC, shall we? Now, of course, Meghan knew what she was doing. This image was not just taken. She had to review it and approve it before it was released. Nothing about it was accidental. And that is precisely why the reaction is so revealing. Not about her, but about Britain. Because what we are witnessing is not moral outrage at all, it's psychological injury. Britain does not hate Meghan because of a dress. Britain hates Meghan because she did what no one was prepared for. She didn't just enter the monarchy. Oh no, she married into it and had children within it, and she exposed it. A black woman walked into one of the most guarded symbols of British power and revealed its fragility, its racial hierarchy, its protection gaps, its selective silence. And institutions do not forgive exposure. They will punish it. And so does the public, especially those who see themselves as guardians of tradition. Now, you do remember the picture of Princess Diana, right? Okay, a lot of criticism she received at the time. However, we have rewritten it as romance, iconography. It's behind us. But with Meghan, the mud will stick. Why? Because Diana disrupted the monarchy from within whiteness. Meghan disrupted it from outside Britain's racial comfort zone. One was eventually embraced as tragic. The other must remain framed as transgressive. Now let's talk about the psychology. Because I have a thing about getting to the root of things. You know, we see things from the surface, but I believe that everything on the surface comes from where I've come from, a background of abuse. I've learned to break things down, people's motives down to the finest atom, understand their motivations, not to excuse them, no. But when you understand where someone's coming from, you no longer take it personal. It can no longer hurt you. And that's how I got my healing, and that's how I teach other women to heal from abuse. But let's get back to this topic. We need to get to the psychology, and often you're going to hear me talking about, let's get to the psychology of this, because that's the root. And when we deal with the root, we now understand the problem, and then we can now address it, adjust ourselves, and speak on it for what it really is. What Britain is experiencing with Meghan is loss of ownership. She was expected to assimilate quietly, to be grateful, to endure, to disappear into service. Instead, she left, and with her husband, Prince Harry, with her children, with her voice intact, and with her happiness unapologetic. And happiness in this context is the real provocation. Dress or no dress. Because a black woman who is not broken by racism is intolerable to systems that rely on black endurance. So now, every image must be framed as manipulation. Every decision must be called calculated, as if the calculation is not the default behavior of every powerful institution in Britain. But I celebrate the calculation. This image is not recklessness. It is Meghan saying, without saying a word, I know how you see me. I know what you will say, and I'm not modifying myself for your comfort. And that is psychological emancipation. I am so proud of her for that. And oh yes, she poked the bear. Because sometimes the only way to expose irrational hatred is to let it speak. And speak it did. What followed was fixation, moral panic, body surveillance. A reminder that when black women step into power, the public feels entitled to regulate them visually, morally, and emotionally. Britain, frankly, needs to get over it. Meghan is not coming back to be corrected, okay? She is not auditioning for your forgiveness. She is not re-entering the narrative on your terms. She is a happy wife, a happy mother, living her best life. Her husband is happy, her children are happy. You're the only ones that are not happy. And that, not the dress, is what truly enrages people who expect her to be punished for disobedience. Let's name this for what it really is, okay? No, it's not about standards. No, it's not about decorum. Stop it. It's not even about the monarchy. You know it's about race, power, and the fury that erupts when a black woman refuses to be disciplined by them. Britain wasn't ready for Meghan Markle, and rather than admitting that, it chose resentment. That resentment is now on display. Not hers, yours.